All right, everybody. Lakeisha McKnight is here, and I want to welcome you on to this very important call. This is a call, of course, to provide you all with updates about this wonderful campaign that we're on. So we're going to just backtrack a little bit because right now we have individuals from all around the world tuning in because this is the Leadership TKO Night Show officially. So we're combining the Leadership TKO Night Show, of course, with our campaign updates meeting that we have, of course, on Facebook. So if you're listening by way of podcast right now, if you're on the podcast and you're not in the Facebook group, what I want to encourage you to do is visit www.borntolead2017.com. That's how you get connected, of course, to this global women's leadership campaign. So again, everyone, welcome. This is officially the Leadership TKO Night Show via the podcast. And so definitely I would love for each and every one of you, if you're not familiar with the brand Leadership TKO, feel free to visit www.leadershiptko.com. Now, we've been, of course, moving along and definitely providing a solid foundation as it pertains to understanding more about the brand, right? At the very beginning, maybe a couple of weeks ago on the podcast, I was talking about some of the truths within the book that's soon to be released, which is the Leadership TKO book. So stay tuned for that. That's laying the foundation for understanding the Leadership TKO brand itself. But you know, what we've been doing is definitely diving straight into the campaign. And this is the Global Women's Leadership Campaign. And normally we're just on the night show on Monday nights at 9:00 p.m. But because of the campaign, we are actually doing this. We're on the podcast Monday through Friday. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We're here at 9:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to set your alarm, feel free to do that so that you'll know to come back here. Right? Visit, of course, Spreaker. Get the Spreaker app. We actually have a Leadership TKO app. If you want to download the app and listen by way of the app, go ahead and do that. But it's only in the Android Google Play Store at the moment. It's not in Apple. We'll let you know when it's made available in Apple very, very soon. But again, this is the Leadership TKO podcast, and we're just combining it with our weekly meeting that we normally have inside of the campaign group on Facebook. We want to work smarter, not harder. And so this is the reason why it's being combined. And so here's what we're going to be doing tonight. I'm just going to be giving you some updates now. For those of you, again, if you're not officially connected to the campaign, you want to make sure you become an official member. For those of you, of course, inside of the Facebook group, for those of you who are listening by way of the podcast on Spreaker or the app, you want to make sure you are an official member. You may be saying, well, Lakeisha, how do you become an official member of this campaign? Again, you would just simply go to www.borntolead2017.com. And I'm just going to let you know, what are some of the reasons why you want to be official? Well, number one, the reason why you want to be official, is because you get access to various perks. And I know some of you, of course, if you are on the conference line platform, you're hearing a little bit of a notification. It's just letting you know that some people are signing on and signing off. So we're going to figure out how to remove that during our next call. So no worries about that. But just note that being an official member, makes you legit. Not only that, but you count towards the number of the 10,000 women's awareness goal that we have. We seek to reach 10,000 women minimum across the 7 continents regarding this campaign. And for every woman that officially becomes connected, we're going to add them to our campaign Women's Leadership Board. And that board is being formed on the campaign's official website. So again, for the website, if you're not familiar with the website at all, you haven't been on the website to learn about this entire campaign, you want to make sure you visit www.leadershiptko4women.com. That's where you want to go to learn about the entire campaign. Everything that we're going to be doing throughout 2017 will be revealed on that website. And you probably have a little bit more detail, Okay, we're going to gradually update the site. So if you don't see the leadership board just yet, no worries. The leadership board probably will be there actually officially on tomorrow morning. I know we're doing a whole lot of updates to the site. Okay, so stay tuned. Every person that completed the form at www.borntolead2017.com, if you completed it and you're inside of the group, you're going to be added to that leadership board on the website. And what we may do is connect your Facebook page, right, to your name on that board. That way, of course, you can grow your network right off of our website. Okay, only your Facebook link is going to be connected there. But for those who do try, they want to become bigger leaders inside of the group. And I'm going to explain that. What do I mean by bigger leaders? There are positions that you can obtain, levels that you can reach inside of our group. Okay. But I'm going to talk about that in just a minute. But I want to tell you that, again, the purpose of this campaign is really to bring awareness to women's issues, such as physical health issues, issues that we may face inside of organizations, such as wage inequality, sexual harassment, being overlooked for promotions when we are quite capable of filling those positions, and we actually have what's necessary to fill it. We also address concerns such as child abuse, because many of you may have been impacted by that. We also help parents and advocate for parents who have special needs children. So all of these things impact our ability to be able to lead. And so we want to bring awareness to solutions that exist out there, but then also create solutions. We want to be a part of the solution and not a part of the problem. And so that's why we're bringing everyone together, every female around the world who wants to be connected, to create solutions around these concerns. Not just talk about them, not just post about them on Facebook or Twitter, right? Or create videos about them. We want to be a part of the solution. And so you want to simply be a part of the campaign to be a part of the solution, right? And so definitely get connected. And so this is what we're doing with this campaign. And women are actually all around the world. They're actually joining the Facebook group. We actually have members right now who are from Australia, the United Kingdom. We have women from South Africa and all other places right inside of the group. So if you're not in there, you're really missing out in an ability to do some amazing things. And I'm going to talk about a little bit more about the perks in just a second as well. But these women have officially, and if you're listening, you have officially declared, right, that you are a woman and that you are born to lead. There is nothing, there is no trial, there is no situation, there is nothing, no person that can come up against your purpose and what God has predestined for your life, because it's bigger than what you can ever imagine or think. Because, it is him that allows us to be here. He allows us to exist and to have our very being, right? And so because we have everything that we need, he equips us with everything that we need. As long as we come together and we unify as a united front, right? Not allowing the color of our skin, not allowing, of course, the financial, economic status that we may hold to prevent us from coming together, but to unify us, to make a bigger difference. That's what this campaign is all about. And really just demonstrating by way of example, becoming global mentors. Let me just talk about that for a moment. For those women who become interviewed, they get interviewed by me or one of the other senior leaders, a part of the campaign, right? You become like a global mentor to women around the world. So if you're listening and you're on the borderline, you haven't joined the campaign yet, and you haven't become an official member, you can actually become a global mentor when you get interviewed. And there are women who are signing up for interviews as I'm speaking right now. And so when you go to borntolead2017.com, we tell you all about what you need to do, right, to get that interview. Because it's important for you to touch bases with us and to really follow the steps that you need to take so that you'll be filled in as to what is going on. So when you get in the group, we'll let you know about how you can get that interview. And if you're in the group, and you're an official member and you have yet to get your interview, what you would simply need to do is just wait. We're going to make a post inside of the group, and we'll definitely get you connected to where you need to go to get signed up. All right, so you become a global mentor. You also gain the ability to become an affiliate partner. And so what do I mean by that? You might be saying affiliate partner. I might have heard that a time or two, but I don't know all the details. So when it comes to being an affiliate partner, let me just say, there are certain products and services out there that are already created, okay? And then some people go because they believe in the purpose of the product or service, and they go and they promote it. And because they're promoting it, they gain a commission from it, okay? And the creator of the product would set the amount, whether it's a specific dollar amount or a specific percentage, you will receive some type of financial reward. And for those of you who do get plugged into the campaign and you do become affiliate partners, and I'm going to tell you about the product in just a moment, you gain 30% commission. So when someone registers and to gain access to our product, you will gain 30% commission. So if it costs $100, you will gain $30 from that one person. So that's just a little bit of an example of what I mean by affiliate partner. So our product is our leadership portal, because we believe in being able to allow you to access training on demand. We know that there are people from all around the world who are listening in, and we believe in the power of allowing you to access the training as you desire, and be able to take the training as you see fit, when you have that time available. Because we know that as women, our schedules are extremely busy. And so we want to make this available for you. And so we have the training on demand in the portal. So when you join the campaign inside of the group on Facebook, we let you know about how to become an affiliate partner. So for those of you who are listening right now, you're saying, well, Lakeisha, I'm in the group, but I need to know more. I need to know how to register as an affiliate partner. We will let you know how to do that right after our podcast episode / meeting. Okay, so definitely stay tuned for that. We're going to give you more details in just a few moments. So we talked about being a global mentor through the campaign. We also talked a little bit about being an affiliate partner. But I feel that we really need to talk about some things that happens inside of the group. How are we going to grow this? Now, notice I mentioned how. I said how, right? And I said our. How are we, right? How are we going to grow this campaign? Notice I didn't say I, okay? I didn't say I, because I believe that this is our campaign. It's not just myself. It's not just Takara Steele. It's not just Shalia McDaniels, nor Maricela Messner, nor Dr. Remy Douye, or Cheryl Harris Sutton. It's not our campaign. It's not just ours, but it's all of ours. As women, this is our campaign. This is our unique ability to stand and have a voice beyond just the beginning of the year when the U.S. got a new president in office, right? That some of us may not have agreed with, let's be honest. But it's about being able to stand up for what we believe and know to be true, that we have the unique ability to lead beyond, right? Beyond just where we are right now. We have the ability to do so many amazing things around the world, in the corporate setting, as well as as entrepreneurs, and even inside of our home. We have the unique ability to lead. So let's get it. Who's ready? Are you ready to tell the world that you are a woman and that you are born to lead? Right? Let's do this together. Don't wait. Tomorrow is not promised to us. It's not. We don't know when we're going to exit this earth. So when is your legacy really going to begin? When are you going to do something that's really going to make a big difference? I challenge you to make that starting point today, to continue it on today. Let the starting point be now, right? Let it be now. Don't try to wait till the time is right. You ever hear about that often? Some people say, well, I'm not ready when it comes to spiritual matters. And for those of you who are believers, some people may say, well, I'm not ready. I got to get myself ready before I can go to church. Well, no one is really ready. Not 100%. Right? And the same thing applies to when we want to start a business, when we want to write a book, when we want to apply for that new job. We're never 100% ready. So what are you waiting on? Be a part of the solution. Definitely visit the website, borntolead2017.com, to get plugged in. Now, inside the group, we have levels, and I was just alluding to it. And many of you have paid attention who are already in the group. Some of you have not. Okay, I'm not going to put no one on the spotlight. But outside of the senior leaders of the campaign, when you join the group, we encourage you to invite 50 other women to the group. 50. Now, of course, they can be allowed inside the group, no problem. But to become official members, when 50 people you've invited become official members, meaning they've went to borntolead2017.com and they filled out the form, when they do that, you become a star member, and you have certain perks for being a star member. And all of that is outlined on the pinned posts inside of the group. So if you, for example, invite 51 to maybe about 100 women, you become a diamond star. And then when you add more than 100 women, or invite more than 100 women into the group, you become a platinum diamond. A platinum diamond. And all of this, again, is outlined on the pinned post inside of the Facebook campaign group. So be sure to go to the pinned post to get all the details about the levels that are made available connected to this campaign. And there's yet, of course, something else that some women have chosen to do. They've risen to the occasion, and they've actually desired to become ambassadors for their state and or their country. There are several women who have submitted, of course, applications for this, and you have the ability to do that as an official member of the group. Now, as a state ambassador, there are certain requirements, but there are also great benefits, because you definitely can do so much more and are given much more privileges being an ambassador. You have speaking capability. I say this, when we do have our conferences, which one is coming up, when we have our conferences, when we have our seminars, you'll have the ability to speak in front of the audience. You also have the unique ability to, gain a higher commissions than a regular member in the campaign. So more than likely, you will have the ability to gain 50% commission, not the 30, but the 50. Okay. You also will receive social media recognition. There's so much more that you receive as being state ambassadors, a part of this campaign. So if you do want more information about that, definitely visit us inside of the group. We'll create a post about it so that those of you who want more information, you'll be able to reply and we can get that information directly to you. All right. So that's just a little bit of information about those who have risen to the occasion and applied to be state or country ambassadors. So we've covered quite a bit so far, even over this call tonight, as far as the updates are concerned. I think that all these things are really, really important because some people have been asking, what is the campaign about? What can I do? What are the requirements? And so I felt it was necessary to break these things down, right? So that you can make sure you totally understand what it is that we're doing and why we're doing it. Now, when you go to the main website that talks about this entire campaign, which is the leadershiptkoforwomen.com, you'll notice that there are various components a part of this campaign. We are soon to be releasing a book, which is the Leadership TKO book. Now, keep in mind, a little snippet of this book was already published and released in Thailand earlier in the month of March. So we've published a little bit. This is actually an international publication here. It's already published, a little piece of it in Asia. Okay. And we're going to be releasing it here in the United States, definitely before the summer is out. So we're going to give you the exact date pretty soon, but we want to make sure that many people are aware of what we're doing first before we set an exact date. So definitely tell a sister, tell an aunt, tell a friend about this campaign so that they can be plugged in. So we have the book. We also have, as I was alluding to, we have our convention coming up on May 27th. Now, many of you I know is outside of Virginia. But of course, when we really want to go to something, whether it be a sports game, whether it be some type of event, we make a way. And so I'm encouraging you to carpool, to lock arms with another sister, come in from out of state, out of country to be present for the Leadership TKO Convention and Expo. This is taking place on May 27th. It is a Saturday from about 10:30 to 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this is occurring at the Village Church of Portsmouth, 900 Portsmouth Boulevard in Portsmouth, Virginia. All of the details and so much more. You definitely can find out more about this convention by visiting leadershiptkoconvention.com. Again, that's leadershiptkoconvention.com. All right. We are just moving right along. As I told you, it's a whole lot of information I wanted to provide you with. And make sure that you're well informed about what we have going on. So in addition to that particular convention, we do have some more dates that are pending. We're looking to potentially have another conference and very, very soon, another one coming up in August. More details like location-wise is going to be provided really, really soon, but there's another one in August, and there's a few more others coming up towards the end of the year as well. So stay tuned for more details regarding our seminars, conferences, and conventions. And a lot of these things are going to be announced inside of our Facebook group. So it's very, very important, that you join in, get connected, and join the group. All right. So we moved and we talked about a little bit about the conventions and the expos, but we also have some other elements a part of this campaign. We do have the reality interview show, which we were talking about those interviews. That's a part of the reality show. Where you're going to become global mentors. So that's a part of what we're doing. It's another component. And then one of the biggest components is going to be our virtual play. Now, more information will be given about that as we're moving along. I don't want to jump too far ahead and give you details about that, but we're going to have a virtual play. And this is something that hasn't been done in a while. With me and my theater background, I know the intricacies of putting together a play and actually performing monologues and different things like that. So it's going to be definitely something interesting to watch from the comfort of your home. So be sure, of course, that you're plugged in. You don't want to miss that. That's definitely going to be a treat. Okay. So we talked about the components. All of this is on the website, leadershiptkoforwomen.com. But most importantly, I think the biggest thing that I want to tell you too is that we're going to be sharing a lot of information about trainings pretty soon. We had some women respond to a post in our group about the various industries that you're in. And we had the women reply to that post because, again, we're going to do training. So many of them are part of the nonprofit industry, the travel industry. Many are a part of the fashion industry, which is really big, of course. There are quite a few, who is in finances as well. So we're going to talk a lot about this along the way. So stay tuned. We're going to be revealing details about training so that you can get access. But even on the podcast show at night at 9 o'clock, we are going to be doing some educational nuggets here and there, but it's not going to be in-depth trainings like the ones we're going to provide inside of the portal. Okay, so that's the biggest difference. You're going to get some snippet nuggets here and there on our calls on Mondays. But the biggest piece is when we upload the training inside of the leadership portal. And so again, we definitely encourage you to get plugged in so that you can learn about being an affiliate partner and being able to generate that extra revenue, right? Just because you care about building leaders. So let me ask you this question. Actually, it's a two-part question. Are you a woman? And are you born or were you born to lead? Two-part question, two answers. If you answered yes to both of those, I want to encourage you to be an official member. You'll simply go to borntolead2017.com to be an official member of this campaign. Again, it's not about me. It's really not about you, but it's about the other women who need hope, who need an extra shoulder, who need to know there are other women out there who care, and supporting one another in a selfless way, not out of motive, but because you care. And so again, thank you so very much for just being here, being a part of this podcast show, this episode, this call. For those of you who are inside of the group, thank you so very much for plugging in. It's meant so much to me, so much to the senior leaders a part of this particular project. We can't wait, of course, to share with you more information. And we do have, there's a project that's been on my heart. Where some of the funds and things like that we generate through this campaign, we're going to talk a lot about this amongst the leaders, but I just feel that this is something big that really can be beneficial for the campaign, is sharing with all of you a way in which we can give back in a major way. Okay, so stay tuned for that information as well. We'll probably give you more information on next Monday for our next call. But again, thank you so very much to each and every one of you here that's listening in, and definitely we'll speak with you a little bit more inside the group. But for those of you who are listening via podcast and podcast only, thank you so very much. But until tomorrow, I definitely encourage you podcast listeners to think, speak, and live leadership. God bless each and every one of you inside of the group, as well as those of you listening via podcast.